Hello, everyone. Welcome from wonderful Bangkok. You can't really see it, but out there it is. Um, so, today I wanted to talk about something that came up while I was driving in a taxi. I went to see this Grand Palace, supposed to be something worthwhile seeing. But anyway, what happened was that it made me realize something that I wanted to talk about today. And namely, I sat in the taxi. I woke up kind of late, it's I'm kind of on a vacation, and so I'm in no rush. But at the same time, I felt. Did you ever had one of those times when you wanted to do something that counts, matters, even if you just focus on one day, something that you would say like, okay, I've done something today, right? um, I had one of those moments, and it was very like little. It wasn't like something big, but yet the realization, I think it applies to many things in life. What happened is that when I was having this mini goal, if you will, like how we usually set up in our lives to have certain goals, whether financial ones, relationship ones. These are usually the main ones, or wanting to see something, whatever goals you have, right? It can be from a mini goal to, oh, I want to wake up early for the breakfast today and start my day early, to I want to have 100 millions by this and this time. It's really actually the same thing, even though it might seem incomparable. So anyway, I'm in a taxi, and it's kind of late. This Grand Palace that I mentioned, it closes at 3 o'clock, right? And it was one, I think like 1:30, and the Grand Palace is like 10 kilometers away. It's traffic jam, it goes through the town. You have to go through the town, and so it takes a little bit of time, right? For what I knew, it could take like an hour or 2 hours even, right? So as I'm driving in a taxi, I'm start to observe my thoughts, right? This is the catch, the awareness to everything, right? And what happens is I'm starting to think, okay, I haven't done anything today. At least I can do one thing and see this thing, that meaning that is supposed to have some meaning, even though I don't really care about it, right? Just some sightseeing, thing to do, and it is 1:30. Thinking it's gonna miss the Grand Palace, like opening times. And I start to observe my stream of thoughts, and I was thinking like, oh, I'm gonna miss it. I'm not gonna make it on time. If I don't make it on time, right? I was trying to stay with it for a little bit, stay with me. It will make a point. So the thoughts of like, I'm not gonna be there on time, stressful. I went into it and I was observing where it's coming from, and I started to observe other thoughts that were just behind those initial thoughts of worry and slight stress. Nothing major, but still it was there, right? And I started to observe thoughts like, oh, if I don't do this today, I'm not gonna do anything today. Then the thoughts after that, what am I doing in my life? I'm not doing anything. I should be doing something. At least if I, and behind that, at least if I see this, I can say, oh, I've done something, that I can at least, I don't know, show the pictures to friends or talk about it, on a video or whatever, right? And I was seeing that if I don't, you know, again, the thoughts behind that, if I don't do this, I wasted another day, I wasted another opportunity. I had to pay for taxi. and I didn't do what I said in the morning, what kind of goes against my integrity, and and then I can say like, oh, now I failed, right? So see, from all these thoughts were followed, and the emotions, along with them, were behind the stress. I'm not gonna make it on time, right? So why would we do this, right? All these thoughts, seems like I'm splitting hairs, right? It's a small thing, but not really. When you apply it to all of the things in your life, you might be pursuing career, certain things just to make you fulfilled, so you can say like, oh, now it is. I've done something. Now I'm important. I'm of value. Now I can finally feel good about myself, right? Usually there are things like about around this, and then if I feel good about myself. People will love me. No, it's not far from the truth. Like this stream of thoughts, how it goes, and when I observe all this, I was like, wow, maybe you could see it a bit differently, because there's no point. Because if I do see this palace at the same time, what's gonna come out of it? Most likely, I'm just gonna find another thing to pursue, to say that, oh, I've done this and now my life makes sense. I make sense. I'm meaningful. I'm of value. I'm lovable. I'm enough. Whatever. Pick any kind of like thought forms that you want, and realizing I'm being a bit too long, but nevertheless, when I realized all these thoughts, I was like, okay, that's a sigh of relief. So I don't have to do this. All these thoughts, they kind of disappeared, and there I was in the moment. I'm in taxi. There's a taxi driver. Surroundings passing by, people, cars. Just calming down. And then saying, can you put some music on? Let's have a party. For instance, that's kind of like what I said, let's make something from the moment, any kind of moment, But to be able to do that, you have to see what's going on in your head. You don't have to, I'm just saying, if you want to, get into the moment, what people are talking about, get into the moment. It's observing not just like what's around your surroundings, also what's inside, and then, magic happens. Right, enough for today. Gonna go and do some more sightseeing or something. Have a good day.